Shut up.
Shut up.
Hey there, guys. Shut up. Hey, you do there. You right there. You right there. Shut the fuck up. No one cares what you have to say. You right
sitting there at
right
home.
There.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up, dude. God, you motherfuckers.
Well, we're doing a really unscripted, just sit around and bullshit show today.
We're doing lots of things. I'm
that's
trying
what
to
I'm
work
in for.
this audio at the same time I do the video. We're doing this podcast late because we have lives and we don't care about you that much. A little bit.
Yeah,
not
well, some
much.
of you not at all.
No, some of you more than others for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like there's a few people that watch. You probably don't know who you are.
No, I don't like you.
But I don't like you.
No, I don't like a few listeners.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah,
there's a couple.
Fine. Hey, guess who you are? Is it you or is it you? All right. No, I don't fucking know.
Right now, Harry Guy's texting his girlfriend. You think it's me?
It's not Harry Guy.
No,
that's not Harry Guy.
But what I'm saying is he's got the kind of mindset. I wonder if they're talking about me.
Oh, no, he definitely has that kind of mindset. What they call that is a beta male.
Or a paranoid.
Paranoid. Or a guy that don't like cream pies. That's the way they would think.
Yeah, and this motherfucker has the fucking audacity to try to rag me on Facebook about something, making a joke, which is funny, because I rag people all the time.
Of course.
But when you got that in your fucking repertoire of I don't like cream pies, not my thing, don't rag anybody.
Well, yeah, no, I no longer care.
Yeah.
I no longer care what your opinion is.
You are meritless.
You're weird.
Yeah.
You're weird, dude. You might as well be one of those guys that eats poop on a Tuesday.
I do not want to fuck pussy without a rubber. Ew.
It might. What about
there's slimy stuff in there?
What if their slime gets on me?
Wet and stuff.
You think that's the cooties that people are always talking about?
I like the feeling, but I don't like the gooey stuff that's in there. Ew. Pussy.
Get it. You suck. Maybe it is you, Harry Guy.
I think Harry Guy eats pussy with a dental dam.
Oh yeah, he's one of those dudes that use.
I don't think he wants the stuff in there.
Do they actually make dental dams, or do you just use cellophane?
They make them, and I've had them. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit. It looks like it's a rubber material, just like a condom, but it's got loops in the corner where you put your fingers.
Yeah,
and they come in looks like a condom pack, and you open it, and there's like 4 little rubber rings on the outside. And you stick your fingers on it.
No, I met a girl once that preferred things like that, but what she would make me do is she would take the cellophane off the cigarette pack and then just stick it over my tongue. And I just, with the cellophane pack over my, it worked perfect.
I had a buddy that fucked with a sandwich bag.
What?
He had no rubber, so he took
fucked with the sandwich bag.
Yeah, he stuck a rubber band around the base of it, and the girl would not fuck him without a condom.
But she would fuck him with the sandwich bag. I don't, a girl that would fuck me with a sandwich bag, I would think less of than the girl that would do bareback.
He fucked her with a sandwich.
You know what I mean? Like
he stuck a rubber band. Now imagine how uncomfortable that would be just in itself.
Yeah.
A rubber band tight enough that would hold the sandwich bag on, wrapped around the base of your
you've
Johnson.
had similar stuff through these sex toys and stuff. So,
and I was against it.
Yeah, true.
I was very far against it.
I feel like you'd have to be a light pumper too.
I'm not into compression.
I think if you were to use a baggie for a condom, you'd have to have some real love-making sex. You know what I mean? Like you can't go hard. You can't pump hard. There's no way.
What he said is he couldn't withdraw all the way.
He
goes, I could only pull out halfway because every time I did, I could feel it sliding up my dick. I said, well, first of all, you fucked with a Glad bag on your dick.
Yeah, that's
weird.
I
didn't have anything else.
That's weird, dude.
Yeah. I said tinfoil. Anything.
Anything, yeah.
Yeah, but a dental dam I'll never do. If your vagina's that nasty where I have to protect my tongue from it, I'm not eating it.
Vagina.
You know what I mean? I'm not eating it.
It might not just be nasty. It might be just preference or maybe some kind of stupid fucking religion that I don't know about. Like the Mormons that do the soaking and shit like that.
Yeah, and I did see that video, the commercial you were talking about where everybody's washing each other's feet.
Yeah, Jesus feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus
it was
feet.
weird.
Hey, that means they're putting out more money. That not only they're like, all right, we're going to put out a Super Bowl commercial, but now it's going to be part of the regular rotation. Well, now we're talking about more than just that fucking 14 million.
They need members.
Yeah.
They need members.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't that the point of fucking? Isn't that why Catholics don't like birth control? So they can just get their numbers up?
Oh, that's the Catholic reason. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I don't think it's just the Catholics either.
That's why the only accepted birth control with the Catholics is the rhythm method.
I think that's why the Catholics have to start taking the gays soon. I mean, they can't be limited in their fucking options.
But the crazy ones. You know what? Here's the fucked up part about the Catholics stuff right now. Because as you know, I was raised Catholic and all that. Mm-hmm. My mom was never crazy. Mm-hmm. My mom's like, okay, I'm Catholic.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say right now that if you believe any of the Jesus story, I think you're crazy. But move on.
No, okay. I'm moving on. A lot of these crazy, like, small town Catholics that are like, okay, we're ride or die Catholic, they're against the Pope because the Pope's trying to change with the times and say
he's a little bit more.
No, he's accepting of gays. He's accepting of life alternate lifestyles. He's accepting when he said, in the Catholic religion, you commit suicide, automatic trip to hell. Mm-hmm. The Pope's like, no, that's not the case, and they're like, yes, it is. He's like, I'm the Pope. It doesn't matter. You're wrong.
Well, to be fair, does the Pope make the rules?
No.
I was going to say, I think the rules are kind of, isn't that the point? The rules are there.
Yeah.
All right. Like the rules have been made. They, whether Jesus made them or not, who gives a shit? In the end, the rules for Christianity are in the books. Now
Is it more of a guideline?
There's things that are up to interpretation and everything else.
The whole Bible is up to interpretation.
Well, says you. Says others not so much. Some say it's that or go fuck yourself. But they won't say fuck. Hey, does it say in the Bible that you can't curse? I was talking about this day and time the other day, and I couldn't remember.
Because I think when they wrote it, nobody did.
I don't know. My son don't curse, and he's a real big Christian. All right, my 19-year-old, I was just fucking with him in the car. I was like, "What do you say if you like stub your toe?" And he's just like,
dang it.
He's just like, ouch.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I just laughed. I was like, because the rest of us say shit and fuck, and I was like, okay, come on, just once, give me a damn, just once. I want to hear it out of your mouth. And he looks at me, he goes, dang.
You know what?
And then it got into the thing. I was like,
it's cool that he didn't want to
He doesn't do it because he's Christian. And I don't care. Yeah, good for him. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I think it's funny sometimes. I'll get a kick out of it. But why would I give a shit if my kid don't cuss?
And the thing that gets me is that fuck, shit, cunt, all that stuff. Is it even cursing anymore, or is it just part of everybody's regular,
I don't think
everyday?
about it. And that's the thing that's what's kind of funny to me. Because for one thing, could you ever imagine me raising someone and then they grow up not to cuss? That's just weird in general. Yeah. But with that being said, I cuss. Carmen cusses. Both of my parents cuss nonstop. You know what I mean? There's no one in his immediate family, outside of his dad's family, that don't curse all the fucking time. So it's just funny that he didn't
I don't curse in front of my young one.
Now, Kane's already motherfucking. You know what I mean?
I don't cuss in front of Nate.
Really?
No. Now,
it's weird to me.
I don't, just because he's going to hear it. Mm-hmm. He hears it on YouTube. He hears it everywhere.
Nate's a little different.
I just don't want him to hear it from me.
Do you think he cusses?
He asks me when he does.
Yeah, well, Kane does that.
Like he'll say, "Hey, can I tell you what this guy said? It's got a cuss word in it." I'll say, "Yeah." He said,
"No," but
he said, "I'm full of shit."
I'm saying, do you think when he's around him and his buddies, do you think he's cursing? Because I know for a 100% fact my kid is.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think he is at all.
I know that for sure. Really? So that's weird. That's because he's at the age where cursing's pretty normal for a kid.
Yeah. No, I'm positive he's not.
So now, you might have an Anton situation when you get older.
I might.
Yeah.
But see, the thing about it is, like, I used to be an asshole as far as, like, if he's in the bedroom watching YouTube and I hear it, and if I hear the word fuck or something, I'm like, all right, turn that video off.
Yeah, Carmen does that.
I don't do that anymore. Mm-hmm. His mom said, he's going to hear these words.
I don't care.
The only time, if this guy on the video, if I hear, fuck you cocksucker, fuck it.
Okay, that's a little much. Yeah,
but if he says, man, look at that fucking score, I don't make him turn it off anymore.
No,
I've never heard him say the F word.
It don't bother me.
When he does slip out a cuss word, it's shit.
Yeah, we have a couple little things. Like I'm not big in hearing the N word over and over again, and he'll get with me. We've talked about this before. We'll go, well, you don't get to tell me about that, and I laugh about it, but at the same time, I'm still your dad. We're not going to listen to that. That's super loud. It makes me uncomfortable. It makes your mom uncomfortable. We don't need. You're 9. You're not a gangster rapper.
See, one thing my son did say, and I always make sure that if my kid asks me a question, I try to make sure I'm giving him the right answer. Not my opinion, but the right answer. And the other day he said, I have a question. I'm like, yeah, what's that? Because my son hates racism of any kind. He said, what does the N-word mean?
I don't know.
And he said, why is it considered offensive? I just want to know. And I said, my guess is that it was something during slavery. It's a guess.
Isn't it just a play on Negro?
Yeah, but Negro was, used back then during segregation, during slavery.
Well, that was the word. That was like, we talk about retard sometimes, how it just changes, it becomes all of a sudden the word that you just used to like an insulting word. And I think at one time that was just the accepted word that people use for black people. I don't know. And I think that the other one
used to be,
was the mean word to say. I don't know where the origin
there's still a United Negro College Fund.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The word's still used.
Well, that's what I mean. I think it depends on who uses it. One of those.
But see, and it's weird because we were looking at a map one day, and in Africa there's a country called Niger, but it looks like the word. And he's like, "Hey, look at this." He goes, "Maybe that's why."
Said but every kid in the history of the world, growing up, when they see that country, they're like,
He turned it into something different. He turned it into, I wonder if that's where they invented the word and they started using it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I said, it's possible.
I guess.
I said, but to answer your question 100% honestly, my guess would be it was something to do with slavery.
Hey, Ronnie. I'm looking at you, buddy. I'm expecting a response next week. Tell us the origins, because I don't know. And guess what? Also, I don't want to look it up. I feel weird even looking it up. Like,
I don't want it on my
search history. Origins of the N-word. No, I'll pass. That's not really something I need to deal with. But I do wonder, just from wonderment.
I do
what
too.
The fuck going on?
Because he asked me, and I didn't have an answer for him because I don't fucking know. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if there were a lot of black people in America that also didn't know the origin of that word.
I would think the vast majority of people in general do not fucking know the origins of that word.
They just know, you know what? It's a word that's used negatively. Don't use it.
I just know I want nothing to do with it.
I don't
You know what I mean? But again, I don't get the full say on that. I am the only whitey in my house. So, if that was to be used by anyone in my house, I don't really think I have the right to say too much.
So I'm talking to Brandon last night.
Okay. I talk to him every once in a while.
And he was talking about, and no names, of course, how much he dislikes the person that came in and said, turn this kind of music down. You know
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He goes, hate the fucker. He's on the list. He'll never get off the list because he used that word. And I said, yeah, I get it. I said, I don't know what his thinking is. It's probably something racial. I'm sure of it. But,
yes.
I said, is that word really considered offensive as bad as the other words? And he goes, yeah, every bit. He goes, what would you do if I called you a honky right now?
I wouldn't care, but it's a different situation.
I said I would laugh.
Yeah.
Because I've always thought the word honky was hilarious.
You can't, but that is the thing, and we've talked about this, I think, a little bit before. Like, since our particular race has never, in our lifetimes, our grandparents' lifetimes, their grandparents' lifetimes, their grandparents' lifetimes, has ever been the underclass, basically, the class that gets stepped on and shit. We don't have those feelings. There's no reason for us to have those feelings. You know what I mean? It's like calling a skinny person fat. You're just like,
it's a reverse nickname.
You know what I mean? You just don't care. You're just like, whatever.
Like I told him, I said, I'd laugh if you called me honky. And I said, if you called me a cracker, I would kind of roll my eyes because I really don't know what that means. I said,
it just means they're white and they crumble.
Yeah. I said, the only time that I actually ever get offended if a person of color says something to me, I think they mean it the most when they use the word white. You white motherfucker.
That don't bother. You know what bothers me?
But I think that's when they mean it the most.
The only thing a person of color that can say to me that would offend me that has anything to do with race is to call me a racist. As soon as I get called racist, then I'm like, you motherfucker. Yeah. Like that bothers me. Like I don't hate you because you're this. I hate you because you're doing that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like shit drives me nuts.
Would it be counterproductive if this guy said, you fucking racist, and you said, shut up, N-word?
Yeah,
I am not racist.
That's against the rules.
The cool thing about it is I know for a fact, that none of my children use that word, and they've never used that word, and they never will. So if my 21 and 23-year-old are around me and they're saying fuck every other word, I don't care.
No, I don't. I don't give a shit about.
It's part of the vernacular.
That's what I mean. I don't think the curse words really matter. It's how they're used, when they're used, who they're used against, and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's exceptions. I don't want my kids saying the N-word. I don't want my kids saying faggot. I don't want my kids saying
it's good fucking water.
Good fucking water is fine. That's not bad fucking water, but purified. We have problems with purified.
Yeah, fuck is an adjective.
Fuck's an adjective. My kid goes to sleep every night this week listening to Ice Cube. That's in his big thing. And it makes me laugh because he just turned 9 years old.
I like Ice Cube.
I love Ice Cube. I love 90s Ice Cube. And that's what he's listening to. He just asked to play Ice Cube. And they start with it was a good day every single time. And then it goes.
Does he say he doesn't have to use his AK?
I'm sure as he's learning the lyrics, he will. Nah, dude, he's hilarious. We're driving down the street listening to rap music. And if you look in the back, he does this shit the whole time.
Does he?
Yeah, and then he raps along with
Hey,
it.
Dad.
Even if you don't know the words, he tries to say them like right after they say them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Well, he's trying to learn him. I think that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be so funny if you picked him up and he's, hey, how was school today? I didn't even have to use my AK today. I have to say it was a good day.
I have to say it was a good day. And good for him. I hope he finds a freak like Kim who can fuck all night. All right? That's what we're rooting for over here in Dad World.
Well, I want to move along to my asshole. Because this is going to create some controversy, which I love.
You do love controversy,
Yeah.
as all of us.
I'm a rebel.
I'm a rebel.
Asshole of the week. Asshole of the week.
Now, my asshole this week is totally unfair.
I'm a rebel, buddy.
Completely 100% unfair.
I like an unfair asshole. I don't want to give them a shot.
It has virtually no merit,
All right? I like it
but
so
it's
far.
how I feel. Mm-hmm. My asshole of the week is every single Kansas City Chiefs fan on the face of the earth.
All of them?
Yeah, because they kill each other. They kill innocent people. Okay? You're having, first of all, when I say Chiefs fans, here's what I'm going to say. Yeah, you're my assholes. But obviously the assholes mostly are the three guys with the gun. But the whole point is, it hasn't happened at other Super Bowl parades.
It's true. That shitty ass Kansas City.
Yeah.
I never thought of Kansas City as a violent place before.
Oh, it's very violent.
Kansas City?
Yes.
Why?
You know what? I really, truly think all of Missouri is a violent place.
Missouri's just so in the middle of nowhere.
But the cities.
I
St.
know
Louis is a toilet.
I know St. Louis has parts that are a toilet, but yeah.
Yeah, like the Ferguson area where all that shit was going on.
I'm pretty sure Cincinnati
Kansas
ranks
City's a
higher
dump.
in the violent crimes category than Kansas
But see,
City. Not St. Louis. St. Louis is top dogs.
Everything, every major city in America has got its areas which are pure shit dumps. But what I'm saying is, I can't recall, and I'm older than you, any Super Bowl fucking celebration party where 24 people got shot.
No, I mean, in Cincinnati, we've had like a taste of Cincinnati where someone got shot. But even then, it's only like one person or just shots fired.
And they shot someone specifically.
These motherfuckers are going after.
These people shot children. They shot who the fuck ever.
Well, they were children. That was the problem.
They were what, 17, 16?
Yeah, it was like high school kids. A bunch of high school kids running around shooting
But
each
there's
other.
two adults in jail too for it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, adults. And so I'm thinking either they provided these guys with the guns, they were with them, like, hey, I hang out with a 21-year-old.
To be fair, what's the difference between an 18-year-old and a 17-year-old?
But the whole point is, because none of this shooting and the fucking violence makes sense, I'm going to unfairly blame it on every Kansas City fan on the planet.
I'm going a step farther. Further, not farther.
They both work.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't like the one.
Which one, farther or further?
Further is better. I'm going a step further. Pat Mahomes, I see you out there causing violence.
Yeah.
I see you, your little Kermit the Frog voice. I hear you. You're trying to kill people, and we're not here for it at Shut Up Cincinnati. No. In fact, out of the league. Out of the league.
And Kelsey both.
Nah, Kelsey can stay. He's my
fuckhead.
He went to UC. I love me some Kelsey.
Now, here's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
Because this is another one. And this is not, you guys, Chiefs fans are my assholes, just because you guys shoot people at your parties.
Yeah,
but
sons of bitches.
We do too. But when we win the Super Bowl, I promise no one will get shot here.
Man, fuck you too, Kyle Jones.
But here's my question. Is it, and I know what you're going to think, but I want you to think outside of the normal Jason head.
Oh, shit, that's hard.
And just put it in the, because of the fact that, everybody watches football. Is it appropriate for them to be absolutely shit-faced at that fucking party? It's never happened either.
Yes, it has.
I've never seen it.
Tom Brady got so shit-faced he threw the fucking Super Bowl trophy into the bay.
Well, then I stand corrected. But what I'm saying is I know Travis Kelce had to be helped off the fucking stage.
The Kelce's party, dude.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason. Another reason why I like the Kelce.
Regardless of Jason keeps it at a point.
No, he doesn't. He is a madman, dude. He's
really?
Worse. He's so much worse than Travis.
Is he?
He's a fucking man. The day he met his wife, he had to be carried out of the fucking bar by he was on his first Tinder date, blind date with the woman that eventually will be his wife. He got so shit canned that Howie Long's kid had to drag him out of the bar, literally pick him up. Chris Long.
See, if that's the case, I stand corrected because I have never seen a Super Bowl celebration
He was telling a
where
story,
the stars were bombed. I've never seen it.
He was telling another story when they were at UC.
And I'm not judging it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm asking.
Kelsey was a junior, I believe he said, Jason Kelsey. And he was at UC, and they were having spring practice. And he was pissed because they were having spring practice on St. Patty's Day. So he went and got a whole fucking a big ass Gatorade bottle and just filled it with Jamesons and was walking around the field just chugging Jamesons and giving everybody else drinks throughout the whole fucking thing. He said by the end of the practice he was shit canned, even though they're still running around and stuff. No, the Kelsey's party. But with that being said, that is a normal thing. They all pretty much get shit canned.
Well,
at
see,
those,
that I
those
wasn't
parades.
aware of.
Yeah,
and that's
have
my
you
whole
seen
point.
Gronk in the past shit can with his shirt off? Aaron Donald a couple years ago.
I've never seen one of them actually need physical help to get off a stage.
I mean, right.
Mahomes
wandering
down the street, they were fucked up.
Brady was one of the big ones.
And I'm an advocate of fucked up. We all know that.
I get
I'm just saying, I've never personally seen it, so I'm asking. I'm not judging. Get drunk, have fun.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is it appropriate? Is it normal?
Appropriate for what? Who gives a shit?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, I can't not look through the Jason phase. I mean, I guess if I'm Christian Todd, I go.
Well,
I don't mean, bad example for the children.
Or anything.
It's a bad example for the children.
And I'm not saying that. Like I said, I just don't know.
They're adults that just won the Super Bowl. If they're not getting fucked up, I think they're weird.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't been watching.
You haven't been paying attention
enough.
then, especially with your anger eyes. You were looking at it with anger eyes because we don't like the Chiefs. I'm with you there. And you don't like Kelsey. I like Kelsey, so he's going to get a pass from me. But either way,
you need to understand one thing.
Mm-hmm.
6 months, I'll probably love Kelsey again.
You just don't like Taylor Swift.
I hate him right now for what he fucking said. And did.
And what?
I told you, I hated him 6 months ago when he called out the city of Cincinnati. I hated him for that.
What did he call him out for 6 months ago?
He only called out the mayor. I know that.
Well, that was a long time ago when he was talking wrestling talk.
Well, the whole point, I know he was trying to be funny, but what I'm saying is, he was my asshole. And he will be for probably a few months.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I'll probably like Jason or Travis Kelce again because he's the best fucking tight end in the league, and he's a pretty funny guy.
Oh, by the way, we were having that goat discussion about
him.
him.
But you're going to be my fuck you when you're my fuck you, and you're going to stay there for a couple months. I don't hold grudges forever, and he doesn't give a fuck one way or the other.
He don't know you are.
So at the time when the Taylor Swift shit was going on, when I made him my fuck you, and when he was my fuck you for pushing Andy Reid. That's why he was my fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an asshole move. Mm-hmm. It's a fuckhead move. He said it himself.
Yeah.
So yeah, you deserve asshole or fuck you for a few months. I don't hate you as a person. Love you as a fucking player. Love your podcast. Think you're funny. But that was a fucked up dick move, and you'll be my dick for a few months.
They showed the Gronk Kelsey comparisons. They both have 29 postseason games now. Mm-hmm. Kelsey blows him out of the fucking water. Like 600 more yards, like 40 more catches, like 6 more touchdowns. I mean, he makes Gronk's numbers look mediocre, and Gronk had big postseason numbers.
Yeah.
Kelsey is the GOAT at this point.
But you know what's so funny about that then? You throw out the number 3 tight end of all time, fucking Tony Gonzalez.
Or Gates. So, there's
and they're
arguments
so far below both of those
Yes.
guys that you're like, wow, this is the number 3. That just shows you how good he is.
And I think, well, to be fair, I think in the coming years, those numbers keep on expanding, and you see a lot more of the newer players in those top 5 positions. Now, Kelsey and Gronk are still Kelsey and Gronk. Yeah. But you're going to see, I mean, just look at last year's draft class, Laporta, there was like 4 or 5 tight ends that might end up being pretty goddamn good.
I think personally, our children are going to be having these talks about Brock Bowers. That's what I think.
I do too. And the game's just changing. Tight ends are getting used a lot more and stuff like that. So I think you're going to start seeing a lot more of those Kelsey type tight ends in the future than you see now and that you ever saw in the past. I mean, Gronk was the first basically because those other 2, Gonzalez and Antonio Gates, they were good, but they were putting up those 2's numbers.
But before those 2 guys, it was like Kellen Winslow, guys like Dave Casper. The numbers were not even close.
No, they get like,
because they blocked 99 out of 100
They get like 50,
plays.
60 receptions in the year, and it would be, that's giant. And nowadays, I think Gonzalez was the first one, or maybe it was Gates. One of those 2 were the first one to go over 100 receptions for a tight end, which is fucking impressive. But now that's becoming more and more of a thing, the good ones.
And see, it just shows you because Gonzalez was a fucking Kansas City Chief.
Yeah.
Don't like him. So, no, anyway, I don't hate Travis Kelce.
I didn't like him
because
he was Spanish.
He's my dick because you said I hate Travis Kelce. No, I don't. Love the guy normally, but he pushed Andy Reid. So he's wearing the wrath for a
All
while.
right, my asshole of the week isn't an asshole, it's an assholes. And apparently there's a decent amount of them. I heard 30,000, 25,000. The Save the Coney Island folks. Okay, out there for you that don't live in Ohio. Coney Island's a public pool, basically. They used to have some shitty-ass roller coasters and some kid rides and stuff, but they shut those down years ago because no one goes. And now they still have the pool, or they did until this year. This year they sold the pool for $125 million. They sold the property and the pool. To a music venue that's right next door, and they're going to build an even bigger music venue in place of where the pool in Coney Island is now. All right, so that sold for $125 million. What are these people doing? There's 30,000, 25,000 people that are signed on to this group. Now, I'm sure only about like 300 of them actually do anything besides sign up on a Facebook group.
Yeah.
But I've seen them. I got a thing in my mailbox the other day, a little slip of paper, which is illegal. You can't just go putting shit in people's mailbox there, buddy. You have to send it through postage. You can't just put shit in people's mailbox, right? That's illegal.
No, but it does. They do all the time.
But it's illegal. I'm calling the cops. Anyhow, they're putting in things in people's mailboxes. They're out on the side of 5 Mile and Beachmont with big signs, Save Coney Island. Now, when I say they, it was one dude. One fucking dude out there with this big fucking Save Coney Island sign.
I wonder if it was like the Catholics and the abortion people. I wonder if it was a homeless guy they hired for $20 to stand out there and carry the sign.
Sir, I live in Anderson. We don't have homeless. We get those them out of there quickly. We move them at least to Mount Washington.
I was one of the orphans there from up the road.
Okay, that hits, yeah, maybe them. And if you've ever been to that orphanage, good luck getting out.
Picked up somebody just the other day there.
That was probably an employee, though, right?
was, yeah.
I was going to say, because those kids ain't getting out. I've delivered pizzas there and shit. There are so many locks and pulleys and systems to keep them in. Yeah,
it's jail.
It's jail. Yeah, that place is awful. Maybe it's not, but it looks awful from the outside. Anyhow, now these motherfuckers are having a fundraiser at a bar down the street. Now, I was telling Chris before the show, this bar is the size of my garage, maybe a little bit bigger. I mean, we're talking on the best day, you could fit maybe like 70 people in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're having a fundraiser for every cheese coney sold. They're going to give $1 to the Save the Coney Island Foundation. 185 million, I believe, or 125 million conies sold. Then maybe we can outprice these motherfuckers.
But they've already bought it.
The deal's already done, and it's a private deal. You have nothing to do with it. You can't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
They act like the city of Cincinnati can just end deals. You know what I mean? Like, nope, can't sell that. That's you're just gonna have to keep it. Keep taking that loss every year because there's 40 fucking people that show up every day.
Yeah. Well, actually, it can get crowded, but it's not enough.
6 days a year.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not 6 days. Let's say 3-4 weeks a year at most, it gets crowded.
Yeah.
All right. But outside of that, it stays pretty sparsely attended, and not to mention it's only open 6 months out of the year.
And I don't know if any of these people realizes that water parks are becoming a thing of the past in a lot of areas. The Kings Island water park, the beach, it closed down a long time ago.
It really feels like some people sitting
now
outside.
they built their own.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's part of Kings Island. You know what I mean? Individual freestanding water parks are kind of dying off.
Yeah, and that's not really a water park. It's a pool.
Well, they got a lot of slides and
they
stuff
got a couple of them, but it's still in the end, it's just a big ass pool. And yeah, this isn't the fucking 70s. Those aren't big. A lot of people either have them at their house or have them in their community.
And all of these people that are on this list and buying conies to save it, they're going to concerts too.
Yeah, they're going to concerts.
They want it all.
And I seen one of them suggest,
you're selfish.
Why don't they think that if they just keep the pool, people could go to the pool first and then go to the concert?
Yeah, a lot of people like to go to concerts soaking wet.
Not only that, we've had that option now for 40 years. Yeah. Riverbend's always been right next to Coney Island. That was never a big thing before. Why would it be a big thing now? All of a sudden, everybody's like, let's spend the day at the pool and then can go see fucking 7 Mary 3. That's not the way that works, dude.
Well, what I'm really hoping is that when they're done building this thing, you guys can hate me, you 3,000 people. I'm hoping we don't start losing less shows to Columbus and Cincinnati and Cleveland because they have better venues than us.
I am so looking forward to this thing being built.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I am very excited to see what they come up with, and I have a very giant chance of being disappointed and then end up thinking, this is fucking dumb. But in the end, I want to see it. I want to see what's going on, and like you said, and I hope we start getting better concerts. And I hope
we
it's
lose
a better
many fucking
Riverbend
shows.
sucks. I hope it's a better viewing experience than Riverbend. There's a lot of improvements that can be made, and I don't give a fuck about that pool. And that pool's, less than a half mile from me. A mile away, whatever it is. It's very close to me. If I wanted to use it, I could have used it a million times. We never did. The only time I would ever go was during like
Work parties.
yeah,
and
company
stuff.
picnics and shit. I've been to quite a few of those. Down
And you know,
there.
the thing about it is I took my son there when we had the company functions and all that. He had a great time and it's really cool. But is it something that we would go to more than once a year?
They got
Probably
something
not.
similar, just not, well, not similar, but they have like one of those little water park things at a lot of different parks throughout the city nowadays.
Yeah.
We got one at Woodland Mountain in Anderson that's pretty fucking nice, especially
Yeah.
for kids. Your kid would love it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's $2 to get in or $3 to get in, and it's on public spot and everything else. It's not private owned land. That,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
go
Miami
fuck yourself.
Whitewater's
And
got one.
what I wonder is like, what the fuck are they? Okay, let's say they sold 3,000 Coneys this weekend. What are they going to do with that $3,000? Who's keeping that money? What are they doing with it?
Because there's no way that the fucking group that bought it is going to sell.
Yes.
So what are you going to do with that money? You going to fucking steal it?
They've already started work on the fucking thing.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's say these people hypothetically raise $100,000. Company, you go to the company and say, "Can we save Coney Island?" They say no. What are you doing with that money?
It's the $100,000.
Yeah, where's it going?
Yeah, I want to at least know the
It's
plan.
going to the hardworking people who organize the fundraiser.
It's going to that guy holding the sign on
That's what it's
5 Mile.
going to.
Turns out this dude made $100,000. I
Yeah.
thought he was an asshole. Maybe he's a fucking genius.
Gina put this whole Coney thing in motion.
Yeah.
So she deserves a little
Now,
bit
Gina's
for her
67 and hasn't been to Coney Island in 22 years, but her mom used to take her back in the 60s. And you know, it just means a lot to the Gina family.
And half of those people probably that fucking are fighting for this, they probably honestly dump their kids off there 4 days a week in the summer. That's their babysitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Either
I don't
way.
want to be
Listen,
around my kids all
Gina
year.
and all you Save the Coney Island motherfuckers, I hope you do get to keep it, and then I hope you fucking drowned in the pool, you assholes. All right, next. I hope it's a fucking pool full of deads next year.
You know what, though?
I'm going to drive by on my way home and wave to the deads.
I will say this. Last
fucking
time I was
losers.
there, a lot of impure thoughts.
Well, you're a creep, dude. You can go anywhere. You get a Kroger and you're fucking have impure thoughts. It's just there's more people in bikinis there, so it doesn't
I
matter.
hate that word.
What?
Creep.
You're a creep, dude. The idea that you're going to Coney Island just for the
I didn't
peaks.
go there for that.
I know, but I
I
mean-
considered it a perk. Now let me tell you.
And we're so different there too, because
God, I hate that word.
the last time I
You
was
want to talk
there,
about a word I hate, Brandon? It's not honky or cracker. It's creep.
because it hits the hardest, I think. You are a creep though
I
sometimes.
mean, you could call me pervert, and I'd laugh it off.
Yeah.
Creep just sounds so fucking.
You are a creep. You know who else is a creep? Nathan's a creep. You guys are both like, you turn every conversation with women into sexual shit. I hear it all day with Juan, and she's taken, and neither of you are even interested in her, but you both have to throw out like fuck things all day to
Well,
her.
that's
And
fun.
it's
I'll
just
tell you why that's
creepy.
fun. That's fun because do I have physical interest in Juan? No. But you know what I love about her? She's a female friend who likes to make the same jokes as we do.
She don't make the jokes. She just laughs at the
She
jokes.
gives me more would you rathers than I give her.
Would you rather?
Would you rather that guy's nutsack running across your forehead, or would you rather fuck that ugly girl there? She does it all the fucking time.
Yeah, but she never says, "Would you like to wear that outfit when you come over?" That's the creepy part, not the fucking "would you rather."
Hold on a second. When I tell her about that blue suit she has, she is flattered. What woman wouldn't be? You look great in that suit.
Nathan had a good one. I don't even forget what it was, but in the end, it was funny but creepy. And both of you guys hit that so often
Here's
with
the-
girls. Every fucking guy, Tony, you guys did it to Tony. You did, every single girl. It's just like every comment you have to her is about trying to get her to fuck you. Not even single. Some of them are taking.
I don't
it.
try to fuck those women.
I didn't say you trying to fuck them, but your comments are always that.
Yeah, well, that's just my personality.
Your creepiness.
Creepy doesn't hurt as bad. The word creepy doesn't hurt
just
as
creep.
bad as creep. Because creepy is so generalized. Oh man, that's creepy. I can watch a scary movie. It's creepy. Oh, what you just said about that girl's ass is creepy. But you're a creep? That hits hard.
The shoe fucking fits, dude. I mean, come on.
I just have that kind of sense of humor. I think sexual stuff, and you know who I am? I'm an unrich Howard Stern.
An unrich Howard Stern.
Yeah.
You're nothing like Howard Stern.
Howard
but-
Stern fucking got his whole career based on the same fucked up shit that I talk about all the time. And I'm not saying that's why I do it, but he had the exact same fucking mentality. The shock stuff, the stuff that makes you go, fuck, he really said that about my pussy. That's
I don't think he ever really Did he? I don't remember
He
him.
did all of that coming up when he was on WNBC and all that shit. He was a total fucking perv like me.
I mean, he's always been a pervert, but I mean, I always thought his was all from like spectator, not trying to be involved pervert.
Yeah, but do you really believe when I say to these girls that I'm actually soliciting them for anything physical? No.
Well, some of them, yes, some of them, no.
The only ones that I ever say it to are women that I consider friends that I think will think it's funny.
No, but there's some of those friends that were single that you would definitely, if they were to take that invitation, you weren't going to deny it.
Yeah, but if I was actually trying to fuck someone, I wouldn't say stuff like that.
I disagree. I bet you would.
No.
Because it is funny. So, I mean, a lot of your comments are funny, and that's part of the...
That's what I'm going for.
And that's part of your allure for getting women is your sense of humor. So I do think you would do that.
The sense of humor is definitely what I'm going for on the nasty jokes. I just think I like to make jokes that a lot of other people don't make.
Well, it's a way of getting yourself out to say, hey, yeah, if that ever happened, don't count me out, but also to make you laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I do that.
It's a
I
way
go for the laughs,
It's a way to throw your hat in a ring without actually throwing your hat in a ring and still making a giggle. So, I mean, I understand, but from the outside view of someone that I don't do that kind of shit, I don't do that kind of shit. I think it's creepy, and I think you guys are creeps. But whatever, it's fine. It's just my opinion.
Creeps is a mean word.
I guess I don't really find that.
I do though.
Yeah.
Maybe because it fits. I don't know. The whole point is that you're a creep.
Yeah,
that sounds like.
And there's not many of you. It's just like you and Nathan and Peep and Kev. There's only 3 creeps I know. See, you guys are right there with the guy that peeks through windows.
Oh no, I don't peek through windows. I don't rub my dick on doorknobs. Peeping through windows would do nothing for me.
Really?
No, nothing whatsoever.
Watching a girl undress without her knowing wouldn't do anything for you?
No,
I'm not saying I would do it, but I mean, I can't deny it wouldn't give me a bone.
The only thing I'd be thinking of is, what can I do looking through this window that would entice her to say, hey, come on in?
Nothing.
So watching
you watch
like
porn.
That, yeah, but that's to jerk off.
Well, you can jerk off by watching a girl through a window.
Yeah, that wouldn't do it.
Pretty sure that's what he was doing.
Peeping Tom wouldn't do it for me.
I'm not.
I don't like. Here's what. Creepy, yes, maybe, but I'm looking for female creeps. I'm not looking for the unwilling.
Yeah, but the problem,
I'm looking for freaks like me.
The problem with a female creep, especially by the time she reaches her 40s, that pussy looks like fucking Hiroshima. Like, it is not good.
See, and that's one reason. I think that's one reason why I haven't gotten glasses all these years. I don't have to see it real good. I don't have to see it real good.
You just ordered your bifocals.
And I don't, the 4 or 5 women that I regularly have fun with, they don't have ugly vaginas. There's no hanging roast beef there.
You watch, dude. You're going to get those glasses. That shit's going to look like spoiled dragon fruit.
At that point, I find new friends. Because I'm turned off by unattractive.
Do you like would it bother you if a girl was pretty pale, but then when you got to her pussy, the lips are like real dark brown?
I'd wonder why.
Well, because you see that every once in a while.
You see it all the time.
And then it's just like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah. You're really pale. There's been a lot of friction on that thing.
Is that what it is? Is the friction you think is built up?
I think women they usually say it's like chafing from rubbing together.
You wonder why pussies don't start looking like grappler ears.
Yeah.
You know, like the ears of wrestlers, how they're all hardened. What if you started getting cauliflower pussy?
Well,
you had so much sex, you started getting cauliflower pussy.
I don't think the pussy has any cartilage.
Oh, okay, that's the problem.
That's
Never mind.
what it is
See,
in the ears. It's all cartilage.
You're like a scientist,
I'm like
dude.
a doctor.
Oh, you are a doctor.
Most creeps are doctors.
Yeah.
We have to know things.
I need to see a doctor. I have this fucking sty in my eye.
That's so unattractive.
Yeah, I look like Forrest Whitaker, dude.
And God, someone made a joke. Oh, someone made a joke at your expense last night.
At my expense?
Yeah.
Last night when I wasn't there?
Yeah.
I like it. Tell me.
God, I'm trying to think who was on my game. It was me and Brandon. I think it was Brandon that made it.
Good.
And he was talking to Shingo and me.
Okay.
And he said something like, that's the Bauman shocker. 2 in the pink, eye in the ass, or something like that.
I don't even understand it.
It's pink eye. Because we're saying it looks like pink eye.
I don't got pink eye, though.
2 in the pink, eye in the ass.
See, I don't like that you call it pink eye because now I'm taking away your doctor status. As a doctor, you should know pink eye don't make your fucking lid swell.
I realize that, but pink eye's funnier to joke about.
I will agree.
Because a big reason you get pink eye is poop near there.
And I've said that. I've heard it multiple times. So who farted on your pillow?
I know it's a style.
You know what I mean? Because I
But
say
it's
that all the time to
funnier
people.
to joke about pink eye
It's fine.
because like your eyes near assholes.
I wish my eye was near assholes. That's the problem. You know, maybe that's the problem is my eyes aren't near assholes
so
enough.
it's getting redder every day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing anything for it.
I mean, you do actually now look like white Forrest Whitaker.
ghost dog, baby.
He's had his for 50 years. I wonder if that.
You think it started this way?
Wouldn't it be funny if you had it forever and it just never went away?
Here's the weird thing. Right now, it's not bothering me. It doesn't hurt or anything, so I don't care. I don't care what I look like, so I give a fuck.
I will give you that. You don't give a fuck what you look like.
No, I don't. I don't. Who cares?
I don't either.
But either way, it bothered me when it hurt. When it was hurting, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then the other night, Tuesday, when my vision was getting a little blurry, that was troublesome.
You were thinking that you were going to wake up and it was going to be
Well,
just fucking
and
shot
every
all the
morning
way.
when I wake up, it's a little crusty and stuff. That's gross. So I'm not a big fan of that.
I think that's why
But-
hairy guy doesn't eat pussy. He thinks his eye will get messed up. I am still.
I think he did eat bad pussy once, and it ended up right here on his nose. And ever since then, he has that fucking face cancer from bad pussy.
Maybe that's why he doesn't want the gooey parts.
Yeah, now he's scared. He's like,
Hey.
last time someone left a snail trail on me, it left that. He's like, I don't want that to happen on my wiener.
It happened in Spain.
Is that where you got that?
Who knows?
Oh, dude, that was that Spanish pussy, dude. Watch out.
I think one of the bartenders slipped him a Mickey.
Let's calm down. He didn't get any pussy in Spain. What the fuck are we talking about?
All right, so and you know,
What the fucking?
and I know you're not going to rag him as much as I do
He
about
just
this,
lost
but
his
I'm going to rag
virginity
him.
3 weeks ago to that shit.
I'm going to rag him about this. You're not, but I am. Guy goes to Vegas with a bunch of people. Doesn't have one drink. He doesn't have a beer.
Well, Theo's in Vegas. Get pussy's in Vegas right now, not drinking.
Yeah, but he has cirrhosis.
He
You know,
dies.
Get Pussy doesn't have any of that.
He dies.
He went out with a group. Hairy guy went out with a group of people from work and didn't even have one fucking beer.
I
Not
don't
a
know.
shot, nothing. He went out with a group of people who were going out to party. He went out to gamble.
Well, not only that, but he went out with a group of people that I'd have to be drunk to be around. That'd be rough.
The whole thing is, those people were partying. And Hairy guy's the stick in the mud going, no thanks.
Where's that $15 blackjack?
Hey,
at?
round of shots. None for me.
Eh,
Hey, you want this fucking weed-based frosty thing that I just bought on the strip? No, I'll pass.
How are you going to handle it then? How are you going to handle it in 2 months?
What?
When we go on this trip and our buddy Cody doesn't take one drink with us, when we all doing our shots,
Our buddy Cody.
are we going to come back and he's going to be your asshole of the week or your?
Our buddy Cody is going to be impaired.
He's going to party, yes, but he doesn't.
That's
drink.
all I care about.
Okay.
I just don't want you to be lucid.
So you're man. So if old hairy guy went to Vegas and he's like, I'm not having any drinks, but the whole time I'm going to be fucking fried on mushrooms, you would have been cool with it.
All cool.
Okay.
He went there to party.
Yes.
You're going to a party destination, party. Mm-hmm. I don't care how you party.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you funny and laugh and rag people like we do. Mm-hmm. I don't care.
Yeah.
However you get there, get there. Just get there. I don't want to be fucking shit-faced drunk and look over at you and you're totally stone cold sober. That's not any fun for me.
Now, see, I've been to Vegas once and I puked, and I feel like that's the way it should be.
Like I said, Cody will be impaired.
Oh yeah.
And I don't give a fuck what makes him impaired.
No, okay. Fair enough. I'm just saying you're right. 'Cause that is a different thing. Because hairy guy not only did not get drunk, but he got nothing.
Nothing.
He's out there fucking searching for.
Hey, listen, we're all going over here to do shots. I'm going to put 50 in this machine. Come back and get me when you're dead.
I hope he's not just playing slots out there.
You play table games too, but the whole point is you're going with a group of people that actually, and I'll be honest with you, I am sure in a little way that you were the topic of a lot of conversation. Them going, do you believe this motherfucker's not even having a good time?
Last time we're writing or bringing
yeah,
this nerd.
fucker's never coming again. And then you're gonna hear about them going, hey, I wonder why they didn't invite me. That's why.
Because you're a bore.
Because you're no fucking fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
How can you be? How can a sober person be fun when everybody else is fucked up? It can't be possible.
It could be possible, but
If it's hairy guy,
that's what I'm saying. It could be possible, but not with his personality. Because it's not like
he's a quiet guy.
yeah, he's a
He
quiet
doesn't
guy.
talk.
Yeah, I mean, he's a nice guy, but
If you're going to be sober, you better be the life of the fucking party
Exactly.
to be able to act drunk around these.
that's
fuckers.
what I mean. Like I've been around sober people that are just as exciting, obviously,
Yeah.
but they got a
That's
personality
them.
that you know. It's,
Yeah, and that's my whole point.
so
hairy
yeah,
guy
it is
ain't
different.
that.
No, he's not. But you know, oh well, he's a fucking dork. What do you mean? Wait, he doesn't like cream pies. Everything else should be thrown out. You know what I
100%.
mean? Like everything else he does is no longer valid.
You
It
know
doesn't
what?
make any sense. You
He's
just
the
had
guy.
to move on.
He's the guy that goes to the fucking nude beach and leaves his trunks on. He's that guy.
Oh, I do that.
You're at a nude beach.
Yeah, to be a creep.
My legs are open at the nude beach, and I don't look good nude. But I'm like this at the naked beach.
Not many people do look good nude.
Because what's even creepier?
Most people at the nude beach probably don't look good.
No, but some do. Yeah. And the whole point is, if you go to the nude beach and you're the guy who's still wearing clothes and all you're doing is gawking at people, you're the creep. If I'm naked, I'm not the creep. I can look all I want. I'm naked too. Look.
But you can't get a boner. As soon as you get a boner at the nude beach, you're a creep.
I don't
know. I've never been. I don't know the unwritten rules of nude beaches.
Get boners.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about in general. If you're at the nude beach and you're walking around, there's a fucking, and then you're like, boner, all of a sudden you're like, ew.
But you do want like a 30% boner.
Well, you want to not
you want some length, you know what I mean?
You don't want to be turtle heading or anything. You know what I mean? But
you want a little tiny bit of boner.
Yeah, but you can't be full rod.
Oh, no, you can't be standing up. You still got to be pointed down.
Yeah, you cannot be full rod at the nude beach because I'm thinking different of you.
As long as your dick points to the ground, it can be 80% hard. And maybe that last 20% makes it go. Vroom.
I feel like at the nude beach, the boner is kind of like the shark at the regular beach. You know what I mean? Like everybody's hanging out there, boner! Everybody runs the opposite direction. Get away from the fucking weirdo with the boner.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're at a fucking beach that says nude beach, not clothing optional, nude beach, and you're wearing clothes and you're still looking at every pair of tits that walks by, you're the creep, not me. Because you want to look at mine, it's right here.
You're right there. I get you.
You know what I'm saying? Harry guy's got a fucking, you know what he does at the nude beach? Here's what Harry guy does at the nude beach. Wears a tank top. So it looks like he's exposing some stuff. A little bit of the man fro.
See, what I do at the nude beach is I go to the opposite beach that's not the nude beach.
And you pull out binoculars.
Binoculars. Yes.
That's not the same.
That's cool.
No, that's like watching a live concert on TV. It's not as good.
I'm sure it's not as good, but there's something to it. I mean, and you don't have to go with the weirdness. And no one cares about my boner on the regular beach. They're worried about the sharks.
Yeah, if I go to a nude beach, dude, I'm laying it all out.
You think the lifeguards at the nude beach, that's their job, is not to because they're saving lives by just making sure the rapists don't get you. So as soon as the guy with the boner comes down, they just throw a towel over it, cover up the boner.
See, now here's the deal. The people at the nude beach are like,
fucking flag.
Most of them, except for the creepy ones, most of them are nudists.
Yeah.
They're not there for...
they're professional nudies.
But if you go to some place like Hedonism, one of those places that's got nude beach, hey, and by the way, at night we have massive orgies in the fucking hotel, then you can have the boner.
That's different.
Then that gets you a party invite.
Yeah, no, that's like...
Hey, look at that one. Oh, give him a ticket.
That's like the furry convention. You don't want to be the guy without the furry costume. You don't want to be the guy without the boner at the hedonism.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who's look at old soft Jim.
See, because that boner is going to get you the invite to the... hey, I know this is a free-thinking fuck club, and we're all here on vacation, and we're all going to fuck each other, but you're really not our type, so you're not getting the invite.
Yeah.
Here's the boner.
Old flaccid Frank ain't getting through the door.
No.
But rock hard Benny, hey, look at this.
How we doing? And then not only that, they go by me, they see me, and they go, no, older beer belly. No. But then they see the boner. I crack a couple of fucking creep jokes, and they go, oh, yeah, he's one of us. Here's a ticket.
You're right.
And I'm in.
Creep.
But I'm in.
All right, speaking of boners.
Because I'm looking for other creeps.
Speaking of boners. All
right, my answer to this is going to be probably the same as yours, and this is not even sexual. Okay. I have a job.
I have one. I have two jobs.
I have a job. I have two jobs, but I have a job that I get a month off vacation time, blah, 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 blah. I take that entire vacation and I travel the country going to Taylor Swift concerts. Does that make me gay? I'm male. I got all my Swifty stuff. I got Swifty buttons. I got Swifty everything. Shit. And I spend every fucking day of my vacation in the car driving to the next city to go watch Tay-Tay. Does that make me gay?
All right. This is where I am really going to break down my 80s brain. And this might be offensive to some of you, and I'm sorry. This is just the way I think of things. All right? No offense.
Because I know two men that went to the Taylor Swift concert. They're both gay. Openly gay.
Here's the thing.
They went.
I'm going to use the words. That makes you a fag. Now, there's a difference. And that's the thing. There is a difference. I don't think it makes you gay All right. But I've never looked at that word as gay per se. My definition of fag isn't have sex with men, have women having sex with women. Who cares? My definition of fag is someone that would go to every Taylor Swift show. All right, that's
happening.
Yeah, that's the move.
That's happening.
That's what I would declare a fag. It never had anything to do with your sexuality. You know, it has to do with other things, and that's one of them. And I can think of other examples, but when I say that word, that's the kind of shit I mean. It has nothing to do with your sexuality. I take that word away from gayness or not gay. It has nothing to do with it. It's a dude, a straight dude going to, I feel the same way about any dude that went to a Dave Matthews concert. You know what I call them?
Fag.
Fag.
If someone comes up to me and says, hey, you're either going to work a 12-hour shift or I've got a front row ticket to Taylor Swift, I'm working the 12-hour shift.
Oh, wow.
I am. I can't sit through 45 Taylor Swift songs. I can't do it.
I've seen her, and it was a bad experience.
Because I already know that her and whoever are never, ever, ever, ever getting back together. I already know this.
Yeah.
I know the guy's a dick and he broke your heart. I can't hear it 45 times.
Well, that's every band, every
and
singer.
Every fucking costume change and the feathers. Not me. I'm
telling you, as someone that's been to a Taylor Swift concert, the worst part isn't...
You've been to one?
Yeah. It was,
You're fag.
Yeah. That's questionable. I'm going to say it. I'm going to defend myself 2 ways.
Okay.
3 ways.
You took a kid.
No, I took my wife. It wasn't.
Well, that's different.
It wasn't a Taylor Swift concert. It was a 3-day music country fest. She just happened to be headlining one of the nights.
Doesn't count.
And it was before Taylor Swift was Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Taylor Swift was big then, but she was still, I don't know how old she was, but this was literally 12 years ago. Taylor Swift wasn't selling out stadiums by herself.
Okay, now I'm not talking about the men
and I've seen that,
but take their daughters
but either way,
and take their girlfriends.
What I was saying is not the worst part of Taylor Swift is none of the stuff you said. The worst part of a Taylor Swift concert is when she comes out and talks between the songs. I've never heard such a vapid bitch in my life. And none of it made any goddamn sense. And it was just, and then she would pose. It was fucking awful. But I only had to put up with 45 minutes of it because she was headlining the big long thing. Yeah. And I did get temporary front row. They had a cool thing there. They had a little pathway set up in front of the stage, and you waited in line, and you basically could go through and take a picture or two from the front row,
cool.
and then exit. So you had, a couple seconds.
That's awesome.
It was sweet. I've never seen it, and we did that quite a few times for some of the bigger bands. We would go through. Carmen wanted the picture.
I'd be going, hey, Rob Halford.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, it was all shitty. I don't like, I'm taking pictures.
But that's still a cool thing.
Pictures of fucking Sugarland and fucking, any other shitty ones.
Now that you've said that, I think every venue ought to have that.
I thought it was a sweet idea. I really did think it was a sweet idea. And now
it's fucking cool as hell.
For someone like,
you can sit in the lawn and still go up and see what they look like and take a picture.
And what the funny thing is depending on how popular the artist was how long the line was to do it. Sometimes you'd have to wait there for damn near their whole show. So you're missing out on the fucking show. So that kind of sucks if you're into the music. Now, I hated every band.
Well, you're still hearing the music.
Yeah. But if you want to watch the show, it's just you could kind of see one of the screens, but outside of that, you really couldn't see it. But either way, I wasn't there for the show, so I didn't give a shit. I just thought it was kind of a cool idea, and I like taking pictures, so try to get the best pose of whatever.
I think it's a great idea.
Anyhow, what surprised me though at that time is Taylor Swift was by far not the longest line. Now, if you did that today, good luck even getting through that fucking line. You know what I mean?
It'd be $1,000 to buy a place in the line,
and they'd be passing out like in front of the stage once they got there instead of taking a picture.
Now, for the record, I am not.
Alabama was the longest line that night.
Oh, of course they
now
were.
You got to remember this
80s,
this is Nashville, Tennessee. It wasn't the 80s. It was 12 years ago. But
Alabama was still the biggest line 12 years ago.
Yeah, I guess because they didn't tour much, and I don't remember. And it was in Nashville.
They're 20 years older than me.
Yeah, it shocked me too. But I guess that's just the crowd down there.
Well, Alabama was the Garth Brooks of the 80s. I mean, they were it.
This was the CMT festival, though. This wasn't the pop country. They had those people there, but there was a lot of like actual country fans there, too.
Well, I am not, like I said, I am not diminishing her talents or anything like that. All I know is that her music is not my thing. And, if I took a girlfriend or a wife or a daughter to a thing, hey, full credit. You did it. You endured. I'm talking about the guy who plans his entire vacation on her tour and goes around with other Swifties wearing the pink stuff and the Does that make me gay? And your answer is no.
No, it doesn't make you actually gay. It makes you a fag. And I'd like to know everybody's opinion on that. And by everybody, I mean gay people, because am I still being offensive when I say shit like that? Like, should I not do that?
No, because you clearly said a difference.
I know, but there's still the connotations there. And I understand the argument.
And you know what's funny?
I understand the argument.
And you know what's
I'm
funny?
saying.
Back in the 80s when I was growing up, racist guys who tried not to sound racist said, no, there's black people and there's...
Yeah, well.
So that's kind of the gay
That was
and
in the
fag
80s.
thing.
Chris Rock said that in a fucking special.
The gay and fag thing is kind of the same. Racist.
Does that make me a racist?
Homophobe racist.
God damn it, I'm a racist.
A homophobic racist.
Fuck. I'm screwed, dude.
So, bottom line is,
I'm never going to be in the next Mission Impossible.
do I think... All right, I'm going to phrase mine a little differently than yours. Do I think that planning your whole vacation and going to a Taylor Swift concert every fucking second or third night, does that make you gay? No. But I think you're a lot more likely to try it and take a dick
It's funny, too.
than I am.
I know a guy that is obsessed with her that I know 100% is straight. You know what I mean? He's a horn dog. He's fucking my age and single still because he's out there living the bar
Nate
life.
likes Taylor Swift?
Nate don't get laid that much. He's mostly chasing. But this guy actually grabs and gets it, and he's done well for himself in that area of life. But he's obsessed with Taylor Swift, and I fucking hate it.
Do you think he's obsessed with Taylor Swift because her audience is 90% girls?
No, he's like a punk rock dude. There's an ironic part to it. During the Lady Gaga phase when she was real big, I remember there was a punk rock people that would get with her. I don't understand it. I guess it's because in that genre, it's so against everybody else in your little circle that it makes you the outlier, which makes you the punk rock guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It becomes so not punk rock that it makes it punk rock to these fucking douchebags.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't get it, but I think that's the way they look at it. But
Well-
what I'm saying is I know he's not gay. But use a fag, Mike.
I have a comparison, and this pissed me off.
God, I
Stuff
shouldn't
like
say
this pisses me off.
Sorry, Brent.
Stuff like this really pisses me off. I was still DJing when Lady Gaga came out. Okay, and she put out
Been
these.
that long? She's been that popular that long?
Yeah, I was at the tail end. But,
Okay. I don't remember him.
Yeah, several of her songs were climbing charts when I was still doing it. I only stopped 13, 14 years ago.
Okay, you're talking about like strip club days, not nightclub days.
No, I was at the nightclub when a couple of her stuff was out. And the thing about it is, I'm listening to it going, this is bubblegum garbage. Mm-hmm. And over the next 2 years, I formed an opinion and said, fuck Lady Gaga, she sucks, blah, blah, blah.
I don't dislike Lady Gaga.
Then I saw a concert of hers where she was doing all different kinds of music. So fucking ridiculously
She's so
talented, it fucking blew my mind. And the thing about it is that when she got popular, she came out with this garbage. Mm-hmm. And that's what formed my opinion. And then I listened to her I heard her voice and her actually singing. She's fucking incredible.
Well, just the way she wrote.
But Celine Dion did the same thing.
The way that Lady Gaga won me over on a Howard Stern episode, actually. She came in, Howard Stern, and same thing with me. Like, ugh, it was just pop shit.
Yeah, the bubblegummy shit.
But then she took two of those songs, and I don't remember which ones. One of them was that I'm on the Edge song, which I hate that song.
Of Glory.
Yeah, I hate that song. And then there was another one, too. And she did both of those just vocals and her playing the piano on vocals. And I was fucking like, Jesus Christ, that was good.
Ridiculous.
And then you realize that's the way she writes these songs.
Yeah.
She is a brilliant songwriter, brilliant voice. Then she takes it and produces it, makes it a pop hit because that's what makes the money.
And that's what makes the money. But see, that's what Celine Dion did too. She came out with pop shit in the fucking 80s. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, you're hearing her at fucking symphony halls and you're going, my God, her voice is perfect. You know what I mean?
Her voice is perfect, but she's still garbage. Or Lady Gaga actually could write songs I enjoy. I just don't like the finished product of them.
That's and I'm right there with you.
If she put out that piano version that I heard on Stern, of all those songs, the original ones where she's just sitting in front of a piano and singing her heart out, I'd probably listen to that fucking album. But when
I watched this concert, I was literally I couldn't turn it off. I'm like, this girl is so fucking good, and she was singing a lot of those just with the piano and all that, and I didn't hate that song anymore.
No, all of a sudden that song that you hated before, like I said, the On the Edge song is fucking awful.
But when I was
you just heard the piano in her
to
voice,
her,
you're like, Jesus, she had
introduced to her on this poppy fucking Kiss 107 shit. I'm like, this is poppy bubblegum reproduced garbage. And then I actually heard her sing and said, wow, this girl is fucking ridiculously good.
There's certain ones that break through where you're
Yeah.
just like, this is just a ridiculous talent. Lady Gaga is one of those. Too bad
Yeah.
Lady Gaga's just a fucking weirdo. You know, you've seen her at
I don't mind weirdo.
I don't, but I mean, even at the Super Bowl.
Guess what? I don't
you
know
see
if
her,
she's a
she just-
Democrat or Republican. She never spews that upon me, so I don't know.
Oh, she does for sure.
I haven't heard
She's
it.
a super liberal. But I don't give a fuck about it. But I'm just saying she's definitely a super liberal. What I was gonna say is I don't like when people. She was just at okay. Let's take Taylor Swift was at the Super Bowl.
Yep.
She dressed like a normal human.
Yeah.
Now, I know, granted, those clothes were probably $10,000 a piece, but they look normal from afar.
Yeah.
All right. She's a normal person. Everybody else they dress like that. Then you see Lady Gaga in her suite, and half of her face is painted black with this big fucking thing.
Yeah.
You just watch.
She's a weirdo.
You shouldn't need to hit the
Or
makeup
what about
artist.
that one weird bitch, Sia, that always takes every shot from the back of her head?
I don't even
All
know
you
who she
see is
is.
her hair. She's a fucking
I know
pop
she's
singer.
popular, but I'm
But
so
she
disengaged.
didn't. You don't look at her face when she's doing interviews. You're looking at the back of her head.
Is she ugly or something?
No, because I've seen her. I mean,
Yeah.
she's not like a taboo. I'm not going to like Rey Mysterio. You're not going to see my face.
You see him every once in a while.
But when she does interviews, you're looking at the back of her head, and you hear her talking and laughing.
I like her more if she wear a luchador mask.
too.
You got a price?
Yeah. All right, I got to name your price, and this one, I'm not gonna lie, it's vulgar.
Oh wow, weird.
Yeah, but it's not sexually vulgar. It's vulgar.
Usually don't have
Because
vulgar
I
ones.
just realized that it's been probably 40 or 50 episodes since I've picked on the homeless. And I'm sorry, listeners. I'm sorry I've waited so
we need
long.
to get after these
but I'm coming after
motherfuckers.
them
We
right
need
now.
to get after these homeless.
And because
I'm pretty sure we pick on them almost every
I
episode.
created this one. I created this one based on personal
Yeah.
experience.
Unhoused.
Personal experience. At the corner of Liberty and Western. I get off the freeway. I'm at Liberty and Western. There's always a person with a sign there.
Western. What's Western?
Western and Liberty, that exit off 75.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm there. I'm off.
It's just West Liberty.
No, it's Western is the road that goes the other way.
Is
If
it?
you turn right on Liberty, your next street going
Okay,
this
go
way
on.
is
I'm
Western.
sorry, but go ahead.
I'm sitting there. It's 5 o'clock. I'm going to work. It's busy. 40 cars in line. This guy's holding up a sign. He then proceeds to stick this digit right here about this far into his nose and pull out one of those stringy long boogers.
Nice.
And he didn't eat it,
Yeah.
but he wiped it on the pole next to him.
He's a bull.
We
wiper.
all saw it.
Yeah.
So I started thinking, the first thing I did that, you know, I'm thinking, how dirty is that booger? Okay. Name your price. I'm going to walk you around the city before a Bengals game where there's homeless people everywhere, and you're going to eat a booger out of the first 25 homeless people I see.
Oh my God. I
They're going to pull, some of them will have big snotty boogers. Some will have hard, dry boogers
I
that
have-
virtually have no flavor.
I have a
But the first 25 people are going to dig a booger out and you're going to eat it.
I think I have more of my phobia of boogers in general, or the gross and outness, is much like you say of cum and poop to you, which, by the way, cum and poop are both up there also. But I'm just saying, I put boogers on the same level almost to me. Like, boogers really gross me out.
But see,
There was times as a child, I remember still to this day, where I would be brushing my teeth and I would think about a booger and puke. Like, I don't know why they would always pop in my head as I was
a
brushing
booger,
my
dude.
teeth. I would just be like 9, like, what if this was a booger? And I brush it, and puke, you know, like I fucking freaked out with it. Yeah, that's rough, dude. I need at least, how many boogers?
25 boogers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Some of those homeless will be female. Remember, some of these boogers.
I want 4,000 a booger. You're giving me 100 grand.
Oh, fuck.
4,000 a booger.
That's way too much.
How much
money.
you eating one booger for?
I'm eating 25 boogers for 10 grand.
10 grand.
10 grand.
Ew. You're gross.
I'm carrying around this bottle of water and I'm chasing the booger.
Yeah.
But all in all, I'm not going to die from it. It's a booger. I'll probably vomit a couple times.
So you're
But when I'm done eating 25 boogers, I got 10 grand.
So in 2024, your booger eating price is the same as your 1980s dick sucking price. That's funny.
Yeah, see how it evolves?
It's moved.
Yeah.
And it was only your 1980 because I pointed it out. It was actually your 2020 dick sucking price too.
And now my cocksucking price is like 50 grand.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've talked to
back then in the 80s when I was growing up, I'd have probably eaten a booger for like $1. You know what I mean? If you look at the inflation rate.
Oh.
Right now it's 10 grand for 25 boogers.
I used to have friends that would go around at lunchtime and get the gum underneath the tables and chew it all just to gross people out. And that's another thing.
That would do it.
Yeah, it worked. I was grossed out.
You have no idea.
No, it's,
whose gum you're chewing, how many times they brush their fucking teeth,
yeah,
if
because
they got
gum,
trench mouth or herpes.
literally, like you get all the shit that's in your teeth gets into the gum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're putting it under there, and then you're just, they would have these this big, like just big wads of all different gums. They
And you know that, like, if you go, sometimes a booger will go through your passage and end up in your own mouth, and you'll spit it out.
Yeah.
That's in the gum.
Ugh.
All right, so my price is $10,000, $100,000 for Mr. Greed over here.
Yeah, Mr. Greed, I'm fucking whatever.
25 boogers is quick.
No, you got to walk from homeless encampment to homeless encampment.
Not to, you know how many easy it is to find 25 homeless people in downtown Cincinnati?
They're not a minute apart. You're at least walking a few minutes each. You just digesting that booger. It's just sitting in your mouth for 4 or 5 minutes to the next
I can't
homeless.
do 25 boogers at once. I got to say, hey, can I have a booger? And the guy goes,
Yeah, but now I'd rather do 25 boogers at once.
Well, no, I'm saying you can't do that.
I know.
They got to be
makes it
individual
worse.
boogie.
How would you guys like to do it? Would you like to do individual boogers or 25 boogers at once?
And what's your price?
Yeah, and what's your price? See, that's what we want out of our guests. Stuff like that. You know
And
what
the
I
thing
mean?
about it is, you've got one middle-aged guy and one upper middle-aged guy sitting here talking about eating boogers. Where else can you get entertainment like this?
Yeah, and where else is 58 upper middle age? all
Over
those,
here.
All those
Over
people
here.
living to be 116 out
It's
there.
over here.
You know what I
That's
mean?
where it is.
I think I am upper middle age.
Oh, no, you're a young man.
No, 43. So
Young
40,
man.
well, let's say 43 times 2. That's 86. 86 is a pretty long life, right? That's not even the average.
No, I'd say I think like late 70s probably average.
Okay, well, that's 10 years over
Yeah.
that. So therefore, I think I am upper middle age.
Yeah, but I really, sometimes if I think about it, I think I'm immortal.
You're like pre-elderly. I don't know what they call pre-elderly, but you're in that group.
No, that's not true because
Yeah, like pre-diabetic, you're
would
pre-elderly.
you hang out with the elderly?
Doesn't matter
Would
who you
party
hang out with.
the elderly?
Maybe, yes, maybe one
I
or two of
wouldn't.
them. I'm not sure.
Well, actually, I
Yeah,
have.
yeah, I hang out with the elderly. Gary Rogers
Gary
goes on
Rogers.
trips. He's elderly as shit.
And fun is fun.
Yeah, I like Gary Kazel. I
Yeah.
like some of the elderly, and they're not that much older than you.
Gary Rogers is.
Yeah, he is. But you're pre-elderly. They don't have an age range for that.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't
Just
want to.
good?
I don't want to fall into a label.
You're unlabelable.
Yeah. So
Labelable.
until you can officially call me elderly, and to me, that's 67.
And to be fair, guys, for a fat guy, I'm elderly. 43. I got 8 years left at
I mean,
best.
we
If
all know I'm outliving him.
I mean, if you're just looking at lifespan, I'm elderly. So but I have no problem admitting it. It still hurts his feelings.
Like I said, shout out to the homeless. I wanted to bring you back to the show.
Shout out to them.
You've always had a part in the show. We need guests. We need we're going into the spring here, people. We need to get some guests that we've never had before. If you have anything interesting to talk about, or if you want to share with our listeners how much it would take for you to eat a whole bunch of homeless turds, then come on the show.
Yeah, you just have to be available on a weekday. We don't
Yeah,
really care
and-
what weekday, just a weekday.
And nobody that doesn't like cream pies is allowed.
Yeah, we're done with that. We've had one guest that didn't like a cream pie, and that's enough. We've hit the quota.
Yeah.
That's all we'll ever need.
The lifetime.
The rest of it, we don't need any more cream pie, non-cream pie advocates. Because really, they're horrible people when you think about it.
It really blows my mind.
Yeah. All right, let's get a fuck you and get out of here.
All right.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Fuck you. Go on.
Fuck you, Subway. On Harrison Avenue, Subway restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay, fuck you.
I haven't been to Subway in a long time.
Me either.
But I've been back on keto for like 2 weeks, so you have one cheat day every while. So I said, I'm going to get a sandwich. I go in there. I said, give me the Subway Club. Ham, turkey, roast beef.
Subway Club's also one of my favorites.
Foot long. Mm-hmm. There was a total of 9 pieces of meat on that sandwich.
That's pretty normal.
9 pieces. Put them together. It's this thick.
If that.
I could read through these things. They put 3 pieces or 4 pieces of ham,
Yeah.
3 pieces of turkey, and 2 pieces
Two
of
pieces
roast beef
yeah.
for $11.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do now.
I went home and I'm watching her make it, and I'm going, I got to add more meat to this. I won't taste any of it. There was no meat on that fucking thing. $11. And you know what she said first when I put the card in? How much would you like to tip?
Tip. Subway.
You ain't get shit. Fuck you, Subway.
Yeah, I don't like
I
the
want the
tipping thing.
guy who hates his job at Subway and says, fuck these guys. Here's 85 pieces of fucking meat. That's
Oh,
the
you
guy
always want the cook that hates his job.
Always.
But you want the cook that hates his job but don't hate cooking.
Right.
That's it. You want the good cook that just hates the corporation. But
I
they
want
take
the guy-
pride in a good sandwich.
I want the guy who hates Abdul that he works for, but he does consider himself a sandwich artist. I think 3 more pieces of roast beef here. We'll just send
Yeah,
it
that's
off
not art.
That's the
You're giving
guy
me
I
a piece
want.
of shit art, dude.
I got the little
You got
high
paint by
school
numbers.
asshole who put 9 pieces of meat on a foot-long fucking sub.
They're painting by numbers. Literally. They're painting by numbers. You never call someone. That's it. You're right. Fuck you, Subway. Not just that Subway, because it's all Subways. No matter where you go, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And it's been like that forever. Subway's known for the lettuce sandwich, basically.
Yes.
Lettuce and mayonnaise. If you ask for mayonnaise,
They're brown lettuce, I might add.
They give you 1 ton of mayonnaise if you ask for mayonnaise. So if you want a mayonnaise lettuce sandwich and that's your thing on mediocre bread, go up there to Subway. It's great. Otherwise, take away the fucking sandwich artist name. You're not an artist. As we agreed, there's no art at the fucking museum that's paint by numbers. And you're painting by numbers. If you have to do 3-2-2 on the fucking lunch meat, you're painting by numbers. You're not making me a beautiful sandwich. You're fucking making me some bullshit. Fuck you, Subway.
You know who makes a beautiful sandwich?
Who?
Jersey Mike's.
The bread's not good.
They don't skimp on the meat, though.
Nah, they're not bad with the meat.
And when I go in the Jersey Mike's by my place, I always have him dig the inside of the bread out.
Okay.
If I'm watching the carbs thing or whatever. And then he loads it up more with meat.
If I
Fuck
was
Subway.
that guy, some guys
and
like
what about
dig
this?
the bread out. I'm
What about this
putting a
at
booger
Subway?
in it.
Can I have mayonnaise? On a dirty cutting board.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. What kind of shit's in my fucking sandwich now? Whatever was on that cutting board. Because the nipple where the shit comes out of is being banged on a dirty cutting
like
board.
I said, and then they give you the most mayonnaise that anyone's ever had in
Hey,
their life.
all you want, free.
Yeah, they
all
must
you want
have
free.
They must get a good deal on mayonnaise and
I
pay
swear to
ridiculous
God,
prices for meat.
I picked up all this meat at once, and I swear to God it wasn't this thick. On a fucking
no, that's
foot-long
like I
fucking
said,
roll.
dude. That's normal. For one
I'll
thing,
never, ever, ever go to Subway again.
how often do you go to Subway?
About once a year.
Okay, because I'm about the same, if that. Like I'm probably in the once every 3 years categories, but every once in a while I'll have this memory. I had this memory when I was like 15 and 14. I used to get dropped off at Eastgate and we'd run around all the time, and there was a Subway every day and we knew a guy to work there to give us free sandwiches. And I have this memory of Subway being delicious.
It used
and
to be.
fucking awesome. And who knows if it is. Maybe it's just a shitty childhood memory. But either way, every once in a while that'll still pop in my head and I'm like, hey, I want a fucking Subway sandwich, and I'll go there, and
That's
every
what
single
happened to me.
time I'm just as disappointed as you because I get a lettuce and mayonnaise sandwich.
That's what I got.
Basically no matter what you ask for, you get a lettuce and mayonnaise sandwich. I found out the best thing to get there nowadays, and it's mediocre as shit, but the best thing they have is the tuna sandwich because tuna, no matter what, they're going to give you a decent amount of it at least.
Yeah.
So you get your full, or maybe the meatball sandwich, but their meatballs are awful nowadays.
Yeah, they're frozen
But those
soybeans.
but at least you're going to get a little bit more protein on one of those kind of sandwiches.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you get
I
any
got
kind of-
virtually none.
If you get a deli meat sandwich there, yeah, you get like 3 slices of deli meat.
And there was literally a foot long, this big,
Mm-hmm.
and then it equals out to like 2 slices of cheese because they're cut
Oh
diagonal.
yeah, that bullshit cheese they use too.
And it's horrible.
Cheese,
I'm like,
I like a cheese that hangs over the bread.
here,
You know
here.
what I mean? That's
Here,
a good
preach.
That's how an artist would fucking do
Preach.
it. That's how a fucking artist would do it.
Yeah, I want the guy making my sandwich who's getting ready to make it for the ad campaign. All
Mm-hmm.
right, we need a picture of this sandwich. I need you to make it. He's going to make it this high with meat, with cheese folded over perfectly. That's the guy I want that hates his job.
All right. My fuck you goes out to Sarah, Dairy Queen, and Anderson. Listen, and this is stupid. And I don't,
They're all stupid.
I not only really mean it a little bit, but at the same time, fuck you. Yeah, Dairy Queen has this dumb fucking thing. I don't go there very often, but they are delicious. But, you know, if I have a blizzard, I'm sick for like 3 days. So,
Blizzards are yummy.
oh, they're the best. But
Yeah.
I'm like sick for 3 days because my stomach can't handle it and I got diarrhea. And I'm still fucking feeling, 3 days later because me and Kane went the other day. But Kane loves it. So I took him to Dairy Queen on the way home. And I made a simple request. I
Which
don't
was?
want you to turn my blizzard upside down. I don't know why. I just don't want you to do it. I hate how every single time they give you the blizzard, they have to turn it upside down
To
and
show
then
you
give
how
it to
thick
you.
it is.
Go fuck yourself. I don't need that. I asked you not to. She refused. She's like, no, I have to. I can get in a lot of trouble if I don't turn this blizzard upside
Well,
down.
if she gets in trouble.
And I said, I don't want my blizzard upside down. That's goofy. And she's like, I'm going to. And then she did it. You know, maybe she was joking, maybe she wasn't. But either way, I was annoyed by the fact that she is that worried about the Dairy Queen overlords that she's going to turn my goddamn blizzard upside down. Now, does it affect my life at all? No.
No.
Sure doesn't. Sure doesn't. But fuck you. All right? I made a simple request. It cost you nothing. In fact, it's less work. It's less work. You didn't have to turn that wrist. You're going to get arthritis of the wrist one of these days if you stick around too long turning these fucking blizzards upside down all day. All right? I'm saving you. I'm looking out for you. And you
I
don't
want my
fucking do
blizzard upside down.
it. Why?
I want to know I'm not drinking a milkshake.
You know it. You look at it.
Turn
Look
a
at it.
milkshake upside down, it falls out.
Now, how about this? If they give it to me and I take one bite and it's soupy, I give it fucking back to them and go, hey, fuckface, this isn't
Guess
a blizzard.
what?
I don't need you to turn it upside down.
If they rotate it, they don't have to make another one
What do you mean?
because you're not going to give it back.
Never in the history of blizzards has the blizzard fell out of that cup. All right? There's never been a time where that lady was done. She turned it upside down and it leaked out. Never. That's never happened. What the fuck are we doing here? Is that why? You're making that up anyways. How do you know that's why they do it?
That's exactly why they do it.
Who told you?
To show you how thick it is.
You met Mr. Queen? What the fuck? How do you know? Did you work at Dairy Queen? You're making this up.
It used to be a fucking marketing thing.
They used to say that. Look how thick our blizzard is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck you. You want to turn something upside
I'm
down?
looking it up.
I don't give a shit. If you want to turn something upside down, go buy a shake weight. Until then, go
Well,
fuck yourself. I don't need you. All right? I don't need you, Dairy Queen. I definitely don't need you. You make me sick. And fuck that. Look, if I do it, water pours out. Not good.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now.